Hey, welcome to the Tipping Point preview. In just a little over an hour, we're going to get started. Tonight is the State of Wrestling speeches, which really was the launch of this channel. Though I had done videos before, the ranking and listing of the people who gave the speeches was really the launch of the channel. That's the one that got hundreds of people to watch instead of just a few dozen, and really kick things off. And who do we have tonight? So we got Ace Haven. As you can see, I already got the cards ready, so I can do the post-show P list right away. Eric Walker, better known as Dynamite Soul, the World Walker. Proc the Croc. His partner in crime, Hold My Beer Hansen. Tommy Pitts, which is a great get. Can't wait to see what Tommy's going to say. He's implying he's not going to talk about what everybody thinks he's going to talk about. He said he's not going to talk about pro wrestling circuit. He's not going to talk. So who knows what it's going to be. James Caleb Kitchens, William Huckabee, and then Larry just told me that somebody else signed on, which is great. And that person is a mystery. I'm really looking forward to the speeches. And the rules, just for anybody listening to this who is going to call in, is it's 2 minutes. That's all you get. No more. Hopefully you're prepared. Hopefully you know what you're going to talk about and can cut a good solid 2-minute promo. And then we're going to talk about your thing afterwards. And at that point, if you want to give context and you want to do all that kind of stuff, feel free. But again, you're just going with your strongest pitch, 2 minutes. Last year, Aja Pereira did a great job talking about sort of the problems with Georgia promoters and how they were kind of holding people back. Gunnar Miller, of course, just did his F Everybody speech, which was pretty remarkable. Matt Griffin spoke last year very intelligently, as did Scott Hensley. I remember Tristan as well. Of course, the two that I bagged on were David Ali, who ended up recovering from that nicely eventually, and C. Nick. And this year, I think we have a great crop of 8. That's just about right. 8 speeches, 2 minutes apiece with some discussion afterwards. That's going to take place on the tipping point. And then immediately thereafter, I will rank the 8. And then talk about who I thought did the best job and why, and who did the worst job and why. My early prediction is I'm expecting great things out of Huck. He's batting cleanup, and I think there's a good reason for that. I think you can pretty much count on him to do a great thing. I think Tommy Pitts will be the most, his is the mystery, his is the X factor. I think it'll be very good, though. I think he'll probably go on the attack. I think there's people who just sort of promote themselves or their thing. There's the people who are really positive about stuff, and then there's the people who bring up a problem. I think Tommy Pitts is going to be one of these people that has something to say, particularly to the new generation of wrestlers, I'm guessing. I'm really curious what Ace Haven will have to say, especially in light of what they're doing at Pro South of trying to take wrestling kind of in a different direction as far as emphasis goes. Eric Walker, again, you know, that guy's right now, he's wrestling in more places than anybody else in the Georgia scene. I'm fascinated to hear what he has to say. James Caleb Kitchens, I mean, you know, whatever my issues are with him, he's outspoken. Can he keep it within 2 minutes? Can he keep it to a tight 2 minutes? He'll either shock me or he'll be last or second to last. That's my prediction. Hold My Beer Hansen and Proc the Croc. My only fear with having both of them on is are they both going to talk about a similar thing? I hope not. I hope they both have very individual things that they want to talk about. But I admire the guts, especially a Hansen. He's always down to do these things. And I think it's one of the reasons that he's really emerging from the pack of the brand new guys. Again, remember, that guy's been doing it just barely over a year. He's getting all this attention. And then, of course, our mystery guest. I was very glad to hear that he was going to do it. I would have liked to have a female voice, if I'm being honest. But, you know, what we have is what we have. And I'm certainly looking forward to a great show. So see you guys soon in an hour for the tipping point.